What up, peeps? Welcome back to another pickup video. As you can see, the background here is a little bit different, and the reason that I'm choosing to do this is because I have a ton of bigger items here to show you real quick. So this video is actually going to be filmed in two separate clips, which I try not to do. I try to always do them in one take, but there's too much big stuff. So I'm going to show you guys the big stuff first, then we're going to move on and go through all of the games and all the smaller stuff. I'm also filming this way because every time I do the pickup videos, I'm sitting on the ground, my legs fall asleep, and it's really bad. And so I'm standing right now. The camera is near the TV, facing this direction. There's a couch right here. There's a table right behind the couch. So this table makes it very easy to film, and I'm planning on doing my pickup videos like this from now on. The background might change. I might have it face that direction or that direction, but I do plan on using the tables from now on so I can stand. So, starting off, there's so many bigger things here. I'm just going to randomly go through. These are not going to be in any particular order. Once we get to the actual games, then I'll go system by system. So, first, we have this really cool Game Boy Advance plastic tray. It's got this lid that comes up. It's got a Pokemon sticker on it. Not sure if that's original. Has a big crack on it as well, but it's all there. But as you can see, holds a bunch of games, some consoles and stuff. And I actually do plan on having this set up, and I'm going to take out all the games that I actually might play and store them in here for quick access. So all the Pokemon games, Mario, stuff like that. But pretty cool. Then I have a Nintendo 64 rental case. It does have a sticker on the label here, but whatever. Don't know if this is from Blockbuster or from Hollywood Video or something, but it's got all the foam inside and the little rental laminated paper, which is pretty cool. We actually have a second one of these for sale at the store. That one has a slight rip on the label, and that was actually the first one I got. This was upgraded. Next, I have a factory sealed orange GameCube controller. This is North American Spice Orange. There's two different packaging versions for this controller. There's this one here, which has the little triangular base, and it stands up on its own. The other one is one that only hangs. It doesn't have a base on it. So this is the harder to find version, and I'm really happy to have it because it's super, super cool. Next, we have the babysitting mama for the Wii in the big box with the actual baby. You put the Wii remote into the baby, and it's, motion controlled. The only reason I even know about this is because when I was living in Florida and I was collecting games, Black Friday at Target was 2 blocks from my house back then, and I went to the Black Friday thing. They had these on sale brand new for $4.99 for $5, and I remember picking one up back then, and it's just really weird. Kind of cool. Next, we have the Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated Shiny Edition for the Nintendo Switch. You're going to see a lot of Switch games in this video, and a lot of collector's editions as well. This one does come with the little statue, and pretty cool. It's got some other stuff too, some socks and some stickers and all that, but yeah, pretty awesome. I don't have the really, really big collector's edition that's 3 feet long. Maybe one day, but I'm not too concerned. Next, I believe this is just a box upgrade, and that is for a silver PS2 Slim. So there's no console in here, but I'm looking up there where my consoles are, and I do have one up there already, so this is probably just a better conditioned box. Then I have Skylanders Superchargers Racing, the Dark Edition starter pack for the original Wii. I have a bunch of different Skylander bundles for all the consoles that they're out on. This is just one particular version that I did not have. I got another Wii U console here as well. This one is pretty cool. This is a standard 32 gig black Nintendo Land bundle, but this is a refurbished box variant. So this is one that you would have been able to buy directly through Nintendo's website. Every now and then they put refurbished products up there. They don't do Wii U's anymore, so you can't get one of these now. And someone traded this into the store, but super, super cool. I have a bunch of different Wii U consoles, as you guys know. I have the full set of games, so different accessories and console bundles and stuff like that and variants is what I'm collecting for the Wii U now, and this is just a cool one. Decided to keep that. Another Switch Special Edition is the Harvest Moon One World Collector's Edition. Comes in this horribly ugly regular brown box, and I did open it because of that. It's got some tissue paper, and then it's got the game, and there is like a a statue, music box kind of thing, and a chicken plush. So, horrible packaging. I hate it, but it is what it is. Another special edition is this Panzer Dragoon. There is literally nothing on the box anywhere except for that. But this is Panzer Dragoon. This is some sort of collector's edition from one of those limited print run type companies. I can't even remember what it's called. I bought this probably like a year or more ago. It's just been chilling at the store forever. Finally got everything into my spreadsheet, got everything brought home, so what I'm showing you is basically everything that I have right now. You know, it'll be a little while before the next video. Next, a new Super Nintendo console bundle variant that I did not have. Very, very cool one. This is a regular control set, but this is a Super Metroid bundle. So it's got the sticker here, says that Super Metroid is included, and this is in pretty nice condition. It does have a little security tag right here that's been peeled off, and it's kind of ripping the box, so I gotta leave it on there. But other than that, this is in really, really nice shape. Beautiful system. A couple more system variant boxes. I have a black GameCube box, but this is a bundle that comes not only with the Legend of Zelda Collector's Edition, but also a little 24 disc holder. And I do have a black GameCube bundle that comes with the Zelda game, but it has a different sticker and it does not come with that little holder there. This is just an empty box. The pieces to complete it would be easy enough to find. The box is the hard part, so kind of cool. This other GameCube I have, though, is a Japanese exclusive color, and this is the Starlight Gold. So on the video, it probably just looks like a regular silver, you know, platinum GameCube, but it is actually, it looks like the silver one, but a little bit more yellow tinted. It doesn't really look gold, but it's definitely not silver. It is a different color, and that color is exclusive to Japan. Pretty cool. I am missing the controller for that, though. Everything else is in there, but I don't have the controller. So if you happen to have a Starlight Gold GameCube controller that you're interested in selling, hit me up. Next, I have the Lunar Silver Star Story Complete puppet, and this is pretty cool. Just kind of like a weird little collection display piece for the PS1 collection, I guess. That was the system that game is on. Also on, like, you know, Sega CD and stuff, but I got rid of all my Sega stuff, so I'm considering it part of the PS1 collection. Next, I have a board game. That is the Donkey Kong Country Pog Pitchin' game. So, Pogs were pretty popular when I was really young. This came out in 1995. I was 5 years old, and I love Donkey Kong Country, of course, so that is super cool. I don't have a ton of board games, but though all the ones I have are, well, we have some for the house that we'll play, like, you know, Yahtzee and whatever, but for the ones that are part of my collection, they're all really cool video game related ones, and that's a nice one to add to the collection. I have another Nintendo 64 console here. This is another Japanese exclusive, well, it's not Japanese exclusive, but it is Japanese, and this is called Midnight Blue. In North America, this is the Fantastic Grape color, but in Japan they call it Midnight Blue, and pretty cool. Really nice condition. It's got all the baggies and everything. One thing that's kind of cool about the Japanese consoles for N64 is that they did not get all of the Fantastic systems that we got here in the United States. They only got a couple of them, but they got some that we did not get here, which I have there's one that's like ice blue on the top and then like a clear white on the bottom. I've got that one up there. There's another one that's like watermelon on the top and then white on the bottom. There's a few different versions that we did not get in the US. That one technically came out here, but it's called something else, and of course the box is completely different. Next, I have another Switch game. This is probably the heaviest Switch game in my collection. This is the Scott Pilgrim vs. the World Complete Edition. This is the Ultimate Edition version, whatever you want to call it. It comes in like this huge briefcase kind of thing, and this thing is so heavy. This probably weighs like 10 pounds, which is crazy for a special edition. They usually are nowhere close to that, but I got that directly from Limited Run. Next, I have a PlayStation 2 multi-tap. This is factory sealed. This is for the Slim console. So I have a PlayStation 2 glass case over here with my sealed PS2 accessories. I have the multi-tap already, but it's the fat version. This is the slim one, so a little different. And then I have a Sega Dreamcast controller. I said I got rid of my Sega stuff, but I kept Dreamcast and Pico. This is the clear yellow controller, indicated by that right there. And this is a really, really rare color. Even a loose, clear yellow controller without the box is over $100. So really cool to get one in the box. The box, they're kind of dumb because they all look the same. They just have different stickers, but still pretty cool. And then I have a bunch of Switch special editions here. We have Monster Hunter Rise, the collector's edition with the amiibo. I'm going to go through these a little bit quicker. We have the House in Fata Morgana, Dreams of the Revenants edition. A lot of these came from limited run. Some were traded into the store, or maybe from other companies. The Classics collection of Doom. We have No More Heroes, the special edition. And then the Doom Ultimate Edition, which it's got this little switch on the side, and it like lights up and plays music and stuff. I'm not gonna push it right now, but you can push it through the seal, which I think is really cool. Then I have the Neo Geo Pocket Color Selection Volume 1 Special Edition. And then the Atelier Ryza 2 Lost Legends and the Secret Fairy Special Edition from NIS America. And then I have, well, this one is still sealed here, but this is the Fragrant Story Special Edition for the Switch, or for the 3DS, sorry. And then we have Shiren the Wanderer, Towers of Fortune, the Dice of Fate. River City Girls Special Edition. This game is very, very expensive now. Even the standard copy of the game is ridiculously expensive. Dust and Elysian Tale. This one is actually an opened special edition. Most of the special editions I have are sealed. This one got traded into the store. I have a sealed copy of this special edition, but this game looks interesting, and so I wanted to keep the opened one so I could try it out. I've been playing a ton of Switch games the past couple months. Then we have Double Switch 25th Anniversary Edition. Stupid, like, Sega CD 3DO era remake. And then Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, the Classic Edition, I think it's called. And then I have the Famicom Mini, which is basically the NES Classic, but this is the Japanese version. Pretty cool. And then this is just another condition upgrade. This is the Devil Summoner 2 Special Edition, which comes with the plush. The other one that I had, the plastic had like a dent in it. So when this one came into the store, I swapped them. The other one, I mean, this was a while ago. The other one sold right away. But super cool. And then another opened collector's edition, Indivisible collector's edition. The outside is open, but the game inside is factory sealed. I'm not sure if it came like that originally, but from what I understand, this is a Kickstarter exclusive version, which is pretty cool. And then we have Witch Spring 3 collector's edition. And a couple more. We have the Star Wars Republic Commando. And last one is the A2E collection for the 3DS, the special edition. This is also from Limited Run. This is the first 3DS game that they did. So, those are all of the big box items, so I'm going to pause for a second, clear some space, and we'll take a look at all the games. Alright, and an hour later, I'm now ready to show you guys the rest of the stuff. I have a huge selection of games here, a couple accessories, controllers, other things. So, if you haven't already, you should definitely grab a snack or a drink because this is going to be a very, very long video. And I have a ton of Game Boy Color, and Game Boy Advance games, boxes, all that kind of stuff. Way more than I thought I had. Normally Switch is the biggest section of stuff I have to show in each video recently, but I think it's actually Game Boy this time. There's still a lot of Switch, but there's a lot of Game Boy stuff. So, let's just get started. I'm going to go with some accessories first. I have a original PlayStation multi-tap here. Box is like a little sun-faded and stuff, but, you know, it is what it is. Then for Virtual Boy, I have the Virtual Boy headphones, little earbuds, which are Japanese. Super cool. I also picked up a custom box for Mario's Tennis. Mario's Tennis was a pack-in game only. There is a display box for it, which this is basically a reproduction of the display box, but there was never an official retail release box for the game, so I just grabbed this to have it on the shelf with the rest of the library since I do have all the North American games. So Just thought it'd be kind of cool. There is, I'll show it now. I got one more reproduction box, and that's for Mario Bros. Duck Hunt. Same situation, never had a regular box, it was always just a pack-in. And then I also have a brand new set of Virtual Boy eye shades, which are also Japanese, but still super, super cool. We do have one of these available for sale at the store as well. Next, the Legend of Zelda Game & Watch, the newer version. And then this is an Amiibo, the 30th anniversary Modern Color Mario. As you guys probably remember, I ended up selling all of my Amiibos, but I needed this one because it goes into the system bundle for the Wii U. It's the Mario Maker version, and I needed that to basically complete that set. And then I have two Pocket Pikachus here. I have the first one. This is a Japanese version, but it is complete in box. Super awesome. And then I have the Pocket Pikachu 2, which is the gold and silver one. This is the North American version, and it is factory sealed. Really, really awesome. It's in really nice condition physically. It is a little, the packaging is a little bit yellowed, but there's no cracks or anything like that, so that's going to look really awesome on the shelf. And then I have some GameCube AV cables. These are Japanese. Came in the original box here. I don't recall ever seeing North American GameCube AV cables with like any sort of packaging. They had to have sold them separately, or at least had them available like online or something, but as far as I know, there's no like retail packaging for AV cables for GameCube in North America. If there is, let me know, but I've never seen them. Then I have two GameCube controllers here, both Japanese controllers, but you guys probably know I love collecting boxed controllers. I have most of the N64 ones. I'm missing just a few Japanese ones here and there. I've got the full North American set, and I've been working on GameCube as well, slowly. But in North America, they never came in cardboard boxes. They only came in blister packs, so to get the North American ones, I have to get them sealed, which is fine. But in Japan, they came in cardboard boxes. So I'm looking over there now. I've got the Club Nintendo Mario one. I've got both of the keyboard controllers. I've got Emerald, Spice Orange, Platinum, and then a Silver Wavebird. So here, I'm adding the Indigo controller, and also the white controller. So super cool. I still need the black one, it looks like. There's one section that I can't see because there's a little stool in the way that might be one over there, but very, very cool. Happy to have them. And then I got the red Game Boy camera. I already have the box and manual for this, so this is just to complete that box. And then to match the clear yellow Dreamcast controller, I have the clear yellow Dreamcast VMU, which is also very expensive, very rare. Another VMU, this is Japanese exclusive. This is the Sonic Team clear blue one. Pretty awesome, complete in box there. And then I have a manual only for Metal Gear Solid for the Game Boy Color. And I actually have the cartridge and the box already, so this completes my copy, which is awesome. And then just a couple loose cartridges here that are, well, this one's completing a box, and that's the Pokemon video, the Pokemon I Choose You, and here comes a Squirtle Squad. Like I said, I already have the box for that. And then these two are not for resale Game Boy Color cartridges, so these don't come with any sort of packaging. But we have Mario Tennis. Try to get as close as I can. The camera's a little far away, but there it is. Label's not the best on that one. But then this one's pretty nice. This is Wario Land 3, not for resale. Then I have the CyberConnect terminal disc for the PS2. I'm not exactly sure what this is, but I know that I don't have it, so decided to add it to the collection. And then I believe that I mentioned in my last pickup video that I completed the Dreamcast set, and that is true, but I got the game wrong, and it was actually Worms World Party. I think I said that it was Wacky Races or something. They're both W games, so I mixed them up, but this was the final game I needed. This is the one that Abby picked up for me at Total Games in Portland, Oregon. So we have the complete Dreamcast set of games now. We have some Sega Classics variants and stuff like that. And then a couple homebrews. I have Shenmue 2 PAL version. But for North American, I do have the full set of games now, which is really, really cool. Another accessory here is another Game Boy camera, but this one is the blue camera that is complete in box. I bought this from Adam. I believe he got this on eBay, possibly with something else, and he wasn't going to keep it, or he was going to return it or something, and I was like, well, I'll just buy it from you instead. So, got that. And then I have some handheld consoles here. First up is the Fuchsia, which is the clear pink Game Boy Advance. And then I also have the new Nintendo 3DS XL Solgaleo and Lunala Black Edition. Really awesome Pokemon one. We have so many different 3DSs now, it's crazy. And here's another one. This is the blue-black Nintendo 3DS XL. Maybe I'll do a video at some point just showing all of the 3DS consoles that we have, like 2DS and 3DS, because there's so many. Two more original 2DSs. These are both the refurbished variant versions that came from Nintendo's website. We have the Legend of Zelda one and the Mario Maker one. I have both of these in their original retail boxes, and I actually bought them myself from GameStop. But these refurbished boxes, I feel like in the future, they're going to be pretty hard to find and pretty collectible because they did come directly from Nintendo's website. That's the only place you could originally get them. So it's kind of cool. I like adding those to the collection. And then, you know, I think that might be it for all of the accessories. But I do have some other kind of weird stuff that doesn't fit anywhere else. I have ultimate codes for Gran Turismo 3. This is for the PS2 game, of course. I have a big stack of these, and whenever I see one I don't have, I just add it to the collection. It's not anything like super special, but it's just kind of cool. Little subset of PS2 collecting. I also have a Mario Megamix DVD. Nothing too special, but I do have a small collection. I have a shelf in the other little room right there of like video game related VHS and DVDs. And then I have the Game Boy Camera Funtography Guide from Nintendo Power, which is super cool. Goes along with those Game Boy cameras that I just got. And then a couple soundtracks. Griffin Knight Epic Definitive Edition soundtrack. This came with the Switch game, which I'll show you guys here in a bit. And then also, I have the Dragon Quest VII Japanese import soundtrack, and the Banjo-Kazooie Nintendo 64 soundtrack. This one I got off of eBay with a gift card that Ryan and Jess gave me for Christmas. I know that it's August, and they gave me the gift card around Christmas, and I completely forgot about it. I found it a month or so ago and used it to get this, so thank you to Ryan and Jess. I love Banjo-Kazooie, that's awesome. And, okay, so that's it for all the random stuff. So I'm going to start with Nintendo Wii, just because they're right here. I do have some cool stuff in here. Just mostly games that I just never see, like this one, Classic British Motor Racing. I don't think it's very expensive, but fairly uncommon. Also, Tamagotchi Party On. Party on, Wayne. Party on, Garth. And then we have Ready to Rumble Revolution. This is a very cheap game. It's like 10 bucks, but I've never seen this before. And everyone knows what Ready to Rumble is. It's a fairly popular series, at least it used to be. But never heard of this, so definitely had to keep that one. And then, finally, I've been looking for this for a long time, and it seems stupid, but it's Reader Rabbit First Grade. And it's about a $15 game, pretty uncommon. The reason that I've been looking for this is because there's 4 different Reader Rabbit games on the Wii. This is the only one that I was missing, and I look for Reader Rabbit games at every single game store we go to, and they either only have the same ones that I have already, or they don't have any of them. So, very, very happy to get that. Next, the Michael Jackson Experience. This is the version that's supposed to come with the glove. I already had the glove, so I had to get the game to go along with it. Next is a really weird variant I've never seen. This is Sonic and the Secret Rings Target exclusive. You can see that on the bottom of the case there. And it has an extra disc, which is Sonic and the Secret Rings comic book DVD from Archie Comics. So, pretty cool. Never seen it before. And the last one, this is a pretty rare Wii game, and one that's actually been on my list for a while because I heard of it years and years ago. And when I lived in Florida, Sam and I were trying to track down all the really rare Wii games. We were calling GameStops around the country, and if they had it, having them ship it to our local one, going to pick it up, driving all around Florida. This is one of the games we were never able to find, and so I'm happy to have it now, and that's Mr. Bean's Wacky World. Like I said, pretty rare, pretty uncommon. very happy to knock that one off the list. As you guys can tell, I don't add a ton of Wii games to my collection because I'm not focusing on the Wii right now, but these ones I'm happy with. And then from there, let's just jump right into Wii U. You guys know I have the full set of games, but there's variants that I'm missing. There's some like Japanese stuff that I'm going after. So Japanese games first. This is Taiko Drum Master, or Taiko no Tatsujin. And that's just the regular version. I think there's a version that comes with the controller as well. And this one's really cool. This game did not come out physically for the Wii U in North America, and those are the ones I'm trying to go after. I'm not going after Japanese versions of the same games, but this is Mario vs. Donkey Kong, which is pretty cool. We only got the Mario vs. Donkey Kong games physically in North America on the DS, so it was digital here, I believe, but still cool to see a physical one. And then this one, I can't remember the name. It is something. It's like a compilation thing, like the Family Party games or whatever. But there it is. It's like a whole series in Japan, spanning like different consoles. They have like the same kind of little text at the bottom. Kind of weird. Then we have Monster Hunter Tri 3G HD version, which is kind of cool because it comes in a black case instead of a blue one. And then Just Dance for the Wii U. And then picked up a Captain Toad Treasure Tracker factory sealed. I have an open copy, didn't have a sealed one. The only reason that I'm grabbing sealed ones is because the Wii U library is not that large, and I already have most of the games factory sealed. So my plan is to complete the set of factory sealed games and then sell it. So eventually, once I get them all, I'll sell all the sealed ones and then use the money to buy complete copies of whatever I didn't have opened, and then have some extra money left over to buy some other stuff. Then we have a pretty weird variant here, Pac-Man and the Ghostly Adventures, but it's got this right here that says there's a poster inside, and here it is. So kind of cool. This is not a variant that I've ever seen anyone talk about. If you look on eBay, there's like one sold for like $10, so it's pretty cheap. I would definitely recommend picking that up if you're a Wii U collector, because it seems like kind of an unknown variant, or at least an undesirable one, which makes it cheap. Then I have the Ninja Gaiden 3 Razor's Edge Bonus Box Edition. So you go to, I think it's bonusboxgames.com. You can order these. This one comes with a shuriken magnet inside, and then like a cardboard slipcover, which is all sealed. Pretty cool. They're not official, but still kind of cool, and I think they will be really hard to find in the future. And the last one is an opened copy of Devil's Third. I bought this game on Amazon when it first came out for $60. Well, it was released, and it sold out. It shot way up in price, and then they did a second print of it, and Amazon got them back in stock, and I bought one then. And I obviously never opened it, but I never found an opened copy. So I wanted to get that knocked off the list. Somebody posted it in a local Facebook group up near Seattle. They were willing to ship it to me, and they gave me a pretty good price, so I was happy with that. And now, when I complete the sealed set and then sell it, I don't have to worry about buying that again, because I already have it. Let's go to 3DS. I only have 2 3DS games here. First is Mario Party, the Top 100, just a sealed copy, and then also Fragrant Story, the standard version. And then PS2, I also only have 2 games. First one is Ys, the Ark of Nepishtim. Just a game I was missing. And then Driver Parallel Lines Collector's Edition. So it's in a big box. It's got like a little 3D like card thing in there. I had the Xbox version in my collection, but you know, I sold my Xbox stuff, so happy to find the PS2 one. And what next? Let's do NES. So I have a couple stacks here. We have World Games. Box is really bad. Adventures of Dino Ricky. Pretty uncommon one here. Tiny Toon Adventures 2, Trouble in Wacky Land. Tombs and Treasure. Ghostbusters 2. McKids. Happy to add some NES games. I'm focusing on Super Nintendo right now, but NES is so closely related that, you know, I'm kind of looking at NES as well. But I can't really fit too many more on the wall, but that's fine. This is a box only, but it's for Star Voyager, and it's got the plastic on it. Some of these are not fully complete. Mike Tyson's Punch-Out! Very happy to get that one. It's getting expensive. Snake, Rattle, and Roll. And that goes for Super Nintendo, Game Boy, NES. Some of them are box only or box and manual only because those are the harder parts to get. Cartridges are usually cheaper and easier to find, especially since, you know, we own a retro video game store. But the boxes are the hard part. So any box that comes in that I don't have, we do keep. We add to the collection. And if we need to get cartridges later, we will. Next is Defender of the Crown. Then we have Tecmo Bowl. I think this is just a condition upgrade. This has the plastic on the box. Not sealed, just, you know, cut open at the top, but it still has the original plastic on there. That's how I like to get them if I can. RBI Baseball. This is Tengen 1. Spider-Man Return of the Sinister Six. Condition upgrade here. Very slight condition upgrade for Super Mario Bros. 2. My other one was just tiny bit worse condition on the box. This game's actually pretty hard to find a really nice box for, but we've been lucky since we have the store. We get them kind of often. Indiana Jones and Temple of Doom. This is a Mindscape. This is box only, so this is the Mindscape version box, but there is a different one. Dungeon Magic. Deadly Towers. And Fester's Quest. These are both box only. Wrath of the Black Manta, or Manta, whatever. And Iron Tank. This one's box only. This one has cartridge in it. I can feel by the weight. RBI Baseball 2. Bigfoot and Dragon Power. And then the really special one is Jackie Chan's Action Kung Fu. Pretty uncommon game. Some might say rare. Alright, let's do GameCube next. I have a very small section of GameCube here. And I do have the full set of GameCube now, when you include these games. In the last pickup video, I was still waiting on some of them to come in the mail, so those are included here, plus some other stuff. So, we have Samurai Jack. I have a sealed copy of this, but I wanted an opened one, so I got that. I'll be selling the sealed one probably through the store. The Incredible Hulk Ultimate Destruction. We have the Pokemon Coliseum bonus disc. And then these were the last 3 GameCube games I needed to complete the collection. And it's so funny because these are not the games you would expect. So, first was Frogger, Ancient Shadow. And trust me, I was looking for these games in person for a year. Going to basically every video game store from Eugene, Oregon, all the way up to past Seattle. Which is like, you know, or actually from Medford or Grants Pass all the way down at the bottom of Oregon. So that's 2 of the 3 states on the West Coast. I went to almost every video game store and never found them. So Frogger, Ancient Shadow, or at least never found them complete. I found a couple of them with no manual, but I didn't want to go that route. And then Terminator 3, The Redemption. And the last one, Superman, Shadow of Apocalypse. It's so funny that those are the last 3 I needed, because usually, you know, it's Gotcha Force, or Pokemon Box, or Cubivore, or something like that. But I got those pretty early on, and those were the last 3 that I needed. So we now have the full North American library of GameCube games. And, yeah, that's awesome. Love the GameCube. The last GameCube game I have to show you is a variant, and that is the Pure Evil 2-pack. But this is the one that has the 2 characters on the bottom of the box there. There's another version that just has the eyeball with no characters, and that was the version I already had. So this is the other version, and I, you know, want to have both of them in the set, so got that. Let's move on to Nintendo 64. And I completed my Nintendo 64 collection a very long time ago. I do not add to it very often because most of my game boxes are in pretty good shape. And like I said, I have the full library, but I did get one condition upgrade, and that is Mortal Kombat 4, So I have another one that I'll be taking back to the store if I haven't already done it. I can't tell from over here because they're all yellow on the side, but this box is really nice. And that's the only condition upgrade. The rest are 64DD games from Japan. We have the Mario Artist. I don't know which version it is because I can't read Japanese, but it comes with the little, I think it's the Radnet cartridge thing, but it's in a big box. And then I have this one that comes with a slipcover, and this is Doshin the Giant. Oh, upside down. But it has that little slipcover, which is pretty cool. There's another Doshin the Giant game, I think, but it's like over $1,000 and probably not going to be spending that. I have another Mario Artist one. This is the blue one. And then lastly is the F-Zero X expansion kit. So adding this to the couple other DD games I already have. You know, I don't know exactly how many there are, but I'll probably get them all eventually because there's not a ton. Alright guys, it's time for Nintendo Switch. This is going to be one of the bigger sections. So first up, I have 5 steelbooks. So no cartridges in these are just the steelbooks. I do believe I have every single one of these games already. But anytime we get a steelbook in that we don't have, we tend to hold on to it for Switch, I mean. So we have Little Inferno, Fury, Hot Wheels, Lego Star Wars Skywalker Saga, and Persona 5 Strikers. And then on to the games. So, first, Gang Beasts. Very, very fun game. Played this with Abby, Ryan, and Jess on the PS4. Didn't know there was a Switch version, and I also didn't know that there was a physical Switch version, so when that came to the store, had to grab it. Then we have the Disney Classic Games Collection, but this is the one that includes the Jungle Book, which is super cool. I've played the other version that has just Aladdin and Lion King. I didn't play a ton, but I played a little bit. So it's cool to get this one with Jungle Book. Then Absolute Drift Zen Edition. This game is not for me. As you can see, it's an opened copy. We got these in at the store recently. I took one for myself. I usually get one of every game we get in at the store. Just, you guys probably already know that, but I tried this game out. I played about 10 minutes and I was like, nope, not for me. Feels like a mobile game. Then we have Fight and Rage. And a lot of these are going to be sealed. I'm not really opening games unless I'm planning on playing them. And kind of the same thing with the Wii U. I can always sell the sealed ones in the future, use the money that I get from them to buy opened copies, and then have money left over. We have After Party. Scott Pilgrim, the regular version. Bug Fables. That one actually looks kind of cool. Castlevania Anniversary Collection. I might actually open this one because I recently played... Yeah, Bloodlines is on here. I recently beat that one on the Switch Online. So I'm interested in probably playing through some of the other Castlevania games because Bloodlines is the only Castlevania game I've ever beaten. I've played a ton of Castlevania 64 because I had that when I was a kid. My dad and I played it, but we never beat it. Next is Yuru Kill. And then Burger Time Party. Then we have No More Heroes 3. Ninja Turtles, the Cowabunga Collection. We got this game in at the store. We got it early, which is awesome. So far, I've beaten the original arcade game on here and the Turtles in Time arcade game on here. Both very fun. I'm not sure how much more time I'm actually going to put into this. I played Ninja Turtles 1. I also played the Super Nintendo version of Turtles in Time, but I got kind of far and then got game over, and I was like kind of discouraged to start over. But yeah, really, really cool. There's like all the comic books are also on there you can read through. They have screenshots from like every episode of every TV series. Very, very cool collection. I would highly recommend picking that up. Then we have Perky Little Things. I don't think I need to say anything about that one. Then we have the .hack GU Last Recode, and it came with like the art book and the soundtrack separately. They called it like a special edition. I thought it was going to be all together, but they did come separately. Kind of dumb. Then we have Neptunia, Senran Kagura Ninja Wars. Fire Emblem Warriors 3 Hopes, Capcom Fighting Collection, AI Somnium Files Nirvana Initiative, Star Wars Republic Commando. This one, which I'm probably going to open and play, is Unravel 2. Probably have Adam come over at some point. We'll probably play through that co-op. Pocky and Rocky Reshrined. I also wanted to play this one, so I'll probably open that at some point as well. This is Cube 2. Monster Hunter Rise and Sunbreak. Wonder Boy Collection. This is the in version. There's another version from, I think, Strictly Limited that's coming out that has, this only has 4 games on it. The other one has like 12 games or something. Record of Lodoss War, Deedlit in Wonder Labyrinth. This is another one that I wanted to play. Ryan was saying that this is like a Metroidvania type of game, and everyone at the store just played Chasm, which was really, really fun. And that one's supposed to be kind of similar. And then we have Double Dragon and Kunio-kun Retro Brawler Bundle. And then Resident Evil Triple Pack, Live Alive. The House of the Dead Remake. This is the standard version, not the limited edition. Baba Is You. The House in Fata Morgana, the regular version. I showed you the special edition earlier. No More Heroes 1 and 2, the standard editions. Death End Request 2. Atelier Lulua, the Scion of Our Land. Danmaku Unlimited 3. Omori. Ariel's been playing through this, and she said it was a lot of fun. It doesn't really look like my type of game, unfortunately, but Rico. Travis Strikes Again, No More Heroes. Sega Genesis Classics, over 50 games included. I will probably be playing through some of these as well, because so far I've beaten 3 games on the Genesis Switch Online. Bloodlines, Sonic 2, and Golden Axe. I'm having a lot of fun. Tauken Ranbu Warriors. Here is the limited version of House of the Dead with the lenticular cover. Minecraft Dungeons Ultimate Edition. Very, very fun game. I dropped it on the couch. Adam and I played through the Hero edition of the game. We didn't do every single thing, but we did beat the game. So I wanted to pick up the Ultimate Edition because it has all of the DLC and everything. But that is a very fun game if you're into dungeon crawlers, hack and slash RPGs. You guys would really enjoy that game. It's not like normal Minecraft. AI Somnium Files Day 1 Edition. Another Site. Hades, which Ryan was playing for a little bit. I think he said it's similar to like Dead Cells, where you kind of like restart every time and try to get as far as you can. I played an hour of Dead Cells. I wasn't super into it, so I don't feel like I'm going to really enjoy this one, but I do plan on trying it at some point at least. Andro Dunos 2, Shooter. The 3DS one came out a few months ago and sold out really quickly, so there's a Switch version available now if you're interested in shooters. Snow Bros. Tom and Nick's Special. Death Smiles 1 and 2. Showed you the soundtrack earlier, but here's Griffin Knight Epic Definitive Edition. And then Clockwork Aquario. I do have the special edition of this as well, but it's still at the store, so you'll see that in the next video. This is numbered out of 3,500. This is number 667. I wish it was number 666 because that would have been kind of cool. One off, but still. Then we have, this is purely just a case, but it's the Fortnite Deep Freeze Bundle download code, but it has been opened, so I'm pretty sure it's been used. I don't really care too much. It's not like I was actually going to play it, but I just wanted it to, you know, fill out the shelf. Then we have Crysis 2 Remastered. Strange Brigade. Almost a tongue twister there. Rune Factory 5. Definitely plan on playing this. I've heard so many good things. Ryan talks about Rune Factory all the time. Kind of like a Story of Seasons mixed with like dungeon crawling and monster fighting and stuff. Sounds awesome. Regular Classic Doom. Space Invaders Forever. Darius HD, or Darius, whatever. Dragonstar Varnier, or Vernier, I don't know how you are supposed to pronounce that. Azure Lane Crosswave. This one has... Oh, this is a... I think this is a... like a region-free... possibly like a Southeast Asia version. No, it's got the T for teen. I don't know. The text on the side is different from like every other game. The font is different, so it looks kind of weird. We have the regular version of the Neo Geo Pocket Color Selection, which I may actually open this and play at some point as well. Obviously, not collecting Neo Geo stuff, so I have no other way to play those games, but there's some cool ones on there. I do enjoy Metal Slug, so probably try that out. Cotton Fantasy. I'm gonna butcher this one. Birushana Rising Flower of Genpei. Yomawari, the Long Night Collection. I showed you guys the Ninja Gaiden 3 bonus box edition for Wii U. I also picked up Ninja Gaiden Master Collection for the Switch, and that also has the little magnet thing on the back. Shovel Knight Treasure Trove. I have put maybe an hour or two into the first Shovel Knight on this one. It's pretty fun. Not my favorite though. So I don't know if I'm gonna go back and beat them, but still, this is a very cool collection. It's got 5 games on it, which is awesome. Lots of value there. XCOM 2 Collection. Tetris 99, which at least on the front, says it includes the 12-month membership. I didn't know that there was a physical version of this, and there definitely is. There's a cartridge in there. Because it's free to download, I'm pretty sure, because I have it on my Switch. Haven't played it yet, but didn't know it was a physical, so that's kind of cool. Then we have Super Meat Boy. Definitely going to play through that at some point. And then The End Is Nigh. And those are all the regular case ones. So now I have a stack of special editions here. I should have shown this one earlier because it is bigger, but it was buried. I didn't see it when I was putting together all the stuff. The Castlevania Anniversary Collection Ultimate Edition, which is just like the Doom one. It's got like a little switch on here, which has, lights and music. Pretty cool. And then we have Knights of Pen and Paper 1 and 2 Deluxe, or like, double pack or whatever. I have not heard anything about this, but it looks cool from the back. This is opened. I do plan on trying those out. We have 2 Point Campus Enrollment Edition. Probably not going to play that one. This is Gunvolt Chronicles Luminous Avenger 9. The Liar Princess and the Blind Prince. Castlevania Collection. This is the Classic Edition. Comes in like the NES style box. And then we have the Castlevania Collection. I think they call this the Bloodlines Edition. It's in like it's kind of like a Genesis case, but it's way bigger. And then 2 Special Reserve games. Hotline Miami Collection and Mother Russia Bleeds. These are numbered out of 30... Well, this one's out of 3,500. This is number 18. That's pretty weird. And then out of 8,000, 3,065. And then R-Type Final 2, Inaugural Flight Edition. And then the last 2 Switch ones. This is Pretty Presents Classics Volume 3, La Pucelle Ragnarok, and Rhapsody, A Musical Adventure. And the last one is Rune Factory 5, Earthmate Edition. Adam pre-ordered this from GameStop, and this is exactly how he got it. This is not sealed. This is how they sent it to him, and he bought a brand new copy, and they do come sealed. The soundtrack inside is sealed, and there is a steelbook with the game. So yeah, he had no idea why it would come like that. And I bought this from him. He was going to return it since it came open like this, but I was like, this version of the game has gone up in price a lot, and I didn't pre-order it or anything, and I was like, I'm gonna play the game anyway, so I'll take an open copy. So got that from him, and that is it for the Switch games. I know it's a lot, so let's move on, change up systems here, and let's go with PS1. I have some long box games and some regular ones here. Some cool stuff though. I'm going to start with long box. Some of these are just condition upgrades. I think 1 or 2 of the long box ones are games I did not already have. So I'll be replacing my copies, and then my old ones will go to the store. We have Shockwave Assault, Top Gun Fire at Will, Primal Rage, and some of these are very, very nice condition. That's why I'm swapping them out. Nova Storm, Crazy Ivan, and that's it for the long box ones. And then for the standard edition game, well, two more, not long box games, but like bundles. We have the EA Sports Collector's Edition, which comes with those 3 games. It's in the big box here. That one is factory sealed. This is also sealed. This is the Sesame Street Twin Pack. Kind of cool. I like those like things that are different. I like collecting the long box ones. I like the collector's bundle pack things. They're pretty cool. So now onto the regular edition games. We have Tale of the Sun. Pretty uncommon one. Formula 1 98. And it says for Canadian use only on the front, which is kind of funny. I don't know if this was a Canadian exclusive game or something, but never seen the game otherwise. Syndicate Wars, just another game I've never heard of. And I've heard of this series. I've never seen this. I've only seen 1 and 2, but this is Battle Arena Toshinden 3. Didn't know that existed. And then Bust-A-Move 2 Arcade Edition. Love Bust-A-Move. And then the last 2, we have Digimon Digital Card Battle and World of Dragon Warrior Torneko The Last Hope. Pretty uncommon game. So, awesome. Not a ton of PS1 games, but good stuff to add to the collection. And let's move on to... let's do Super Nintendo. I have 2 cartridges. First is New Super Mario Land, which is obviously a ROM hack, kind of like homebrew thing. But, I don't know. Sounds cool. And then I have 1 cartridge that I already had the box for. I believe I still need a manual. I can't remember, but finally got a cartridge, and that is for Mega Man X3. Very nice condition. Very happy to get that one. I don't like when I only have box-only games. I want them complete, obviously, so having a box that expensive and a cartridge that expensive to get, it's really nice to knock it off the list. But I do have a bunch of Super Nintendo complete games, or box-only. I have, and this is the console that I'm focusing on right now, trying to actively complete this North American set. I don't know if it's going to be the next set that I actually do complete, because there are some very expensive games, and maybe PS2 will catch up to it or something, but for now, this is the console library that I'm focusing on completing right now. So, basically adding any and every game I do not have. So we have Pro Quarterback, Mrs. Pac-Man, a very sun-faded Clay Fighter, Warlock, American Gladiators, and hopefully I'll be adding a bunch of Super Nintendo games to my collection at this year's PRGE. Very excited. We have Batman Forever, Bassmasters Classic, College Slam, and this, I'm not joking, is probably the worst condition box in my entire collection, and that is International Superstar Soccer Deluxe. And, I mean, the box is horrible. It looks good on the front. Excuse me. I'm dying. It looks good on the front in the box protector, but it is so bad. And what sucks about that being in such bad condition, whew, that coughing made my face turn red. The reason that it sucks is because this is a pretty expensive game complete in box. There's no manual in here, I'm pretty sure, just box and cartridge. And like I said, it's so bad. This is the worst condition box in my collection, but still nice to have it off the list. We have Cyber Spin. We have Yoshi's Cookie. This is box only, and it has a display box sticker on there. This isn't a display box. Like whatever store had it, just put that sticker on there so that the cartridge wasn't out on the floor. And it's got a big rip right here, so I definitely want to upgrade that one. Any of them that are bad, I'd like to upgrade. But if they're a first-party game like that, then it's kind of higher priority to upgrade. Then we have Bulls vs. Blazers and the NBA playoffs. Bass Tournament USA, Jimmy Houston's Bass Tournament. And then Sim Earth. Wordtris. Lester the Unlikely. Super RBI Baseball. NHL 94. Lots of sports games, as you can see, but it's nice to knock them off the list. Mortal Kombat 3. This is kind of a hard one to find. Looney Tunes B-Ball. And Top Gear 2. So nothing super crazy aside from that international superstar soccer, but you know, condition's not the best. I'm gonna go with NES now. Or no, I already showed you guys NES. So all I have left is Game Boy, Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance, and original DS. I'm gonna end with the DS stuff because there's some really, really good games in there. And I have way more Game Boy to show, so let's just go through that. A lot of these, and I'm talking probably at least half of these boxes, do not have cartridges. But it's because someone came to the store, and this was months ago, but they came to the store with like an entire box just stacked with empty boxes and manuals, and they were all flattened, and they're all in really nice condition. So we probably have cartridges for a lot of these, and once I'm like focusing on Game Boy Color, or Game Boy Advance, I will then go through what we have at the store and try to complete some of these, but for right now, I'm not too worried about it. So first, we have some Game Boy Advance movie boxes. We have SpongeBob Volume 2, Fairly Odd Parents Volume 2, Pokemon Beach Blankout Blastoise, and Go West Young Meowth. If we have that cartridge at the store, I'll probably grab it because this is like $80 complete, which is dumb. Nicktoons Collection Volume 2, and Codename Kids Next Door Volume 1. And then we have Candyland Chutes and Ladders and Original Memory. Fairly Odd Parents, Breaking the Rules. Bionicle, the first one. Monster Truck Madness. I dropped, it's on the couch. Star Wars, The New Droid Army. Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. Power Rangers SPD. SpongeBob Lights Camera Pants. Jimmy Neutron Attack of the Twonkies. Spider-Man 2, which I have 1, 2, and 3 now. And this is an expensive one here, but no cartridge, and that is Onimusha Tactics. And then, I have 3 more stacks that are this size. This is just a condition upgrade on this one, but that is Sword of Mana. One of the few like Game Boy Advance RPGs I actually played. I played that when I was younger. Advance Wars, another condition upgrade. Another condition upgrade, Fire Emblem. Then we have Lego Star Wars, Complete Saga. Over the Hedge. And then a very expensive one here, but also no cartridge, Shining Force Resurrection of the Dark Dragon. I think it's like $200 for a complete one, which is crazy. Top Gun Combat Zones. Defender. Konami Collector Series Arcade Advanced. I believe that there are 2 of these in here, but there's 2 different boxes. So this is like the orange cover box. And it's got the plastic on it. And then the other one's in here somewhere. Top Gun Firestorm Advance. Shaman King Legacy of the Spirits Sprinting Wolf. I think that one was also kind of expensive. A sealed X Games Skateboarding. Here's the other one. Konami Collector Series Arcade Advanced. Look how different that box is compared to the orange one. I'm pretty sure it's the same exact game, too. And then we have Hercules for the original Game Boy. Dragon Tales Dragon Wings for Game Boy Color. A sealed Dinosaur for Game Boy Color. And Ken Griffey Jr. Slugfest for Game Boy Color. Next stack. Spyro Attack of the Rhinox. And Spyro the Eternal Night. This one has the plastic on the box, but box is a little crushed. Usually, and I know that like, and I'm not doing it with this one, but I know a lot of people won't like this. Sometimes if I get one like this where it's got the plastic on it, but the box is crushed, I will take the plastic off and put it on a different box that's like mint. The reason I'm not doing that with this is because it doesn't have the standard like H-seam seal. It's got the seal across the bottom and in the top. I only try to do it when I can get like the correct seal on the game. If I had another box for this particular game, I would do it. But because I don't know what other games came with that weird seal, I'm not planning on doing it. But it is pretty funny, I think. Another expensive one, Tactics Ogre, but also no cartridge. Fantastic Four Flame On. Nicktoons Unite. F-14 Tomcat. Here's a really, really cool one. Gargoyle's Quest for the original Game Boy. And that one is complete. Herbie Fully Loaded. We have a bootleg copy of this at the store. It's so funny. Who would bootleg this game? It's not for sale, obviously. We have a bag in the back with a bunch of bootlegs, and that's one of the ones that's in there. Donkey Kong Land 2, like, near mint condition box for the original Game Boy, but it feels like there's no cartridge in there. Earthworm Jim for the original Game Boy, in really nice condition, aside from a crease that goes right across the bottom there. I don't know if you'll be able to see it. If I catch it in the light, there you go. Other than that, it's really, really nice. Just did a condition upgrade on this. It's Final Fantasy VI Advance. I got the plastic on there. Small Soldiers. Awesome movie. Rampage 2 for Game Boy Color. Oh, and Rampage World Tour for Game Boy Color. Got both of them. Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six for Game Boy Color. Micro Machines 1 and 2 Twin Turbo for Color. And then Superman for the original Game Boy. And then the last stack of Game Boy. And then we'll finish off with the DS, like I said. For Game Boy Color, we have Mickey's Racing Adventure. A Bug's Life. We have a sealed copy of Tech Deck Skateboarding. I actually had this game when I was a kid, and it is so bad. I was so disappointed because I was used to playing the Tony Hawk games. And we went to Game Crazy, and I was like, oh, I'm going to get a Game Boy game. And I was like, oh, Tech Deck. I love Tech Decks. I love skateboarding. I love the Tony Hawk games. This is going to be awesome. And it's so bad. That can stay sealed. Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Princess Natasha. This is also a sealed copy. It's got that same crappy seal like the Spyro game. Tetris Blast. SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom. Played the PS2 version when I was a kid. Never played the Game Boy Advance version. Probably not as good. Breath of Fire 2. Another expensive one. And another one, Tales of Fantasia. Ooh, this one's really rare. Care Bears Care Quest. Jinkler would love that. Harlem Globetrotters World Tour. Kind of a weird one. 2-in-1 game pack has Tony Hawk's Underground and Kelly Slater's Pro Surfer. And what's cool is that it's a double cartridge. It's got both games on one cartridge, so you can't just get the two games separately and put them in here. You have to get that particular one. Puffy Ami Yumi Kid Zapped. This one, Kids Napped, or Kaz Napped. This one is also sealed. Miss Pac-Man Maze Madness for Game Boy Advance. And Monster Jam Maximum Destruction. So, as you can tell, a lot of filler titles in here, but the reason I have so many is, like I said, someone brought all those boxes and manuals to the store, but also, when it comes to NES, Super, Game Boy, Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance, any box that comes to the store that I do not already have, I add to the collection, because the boxes are the hardest part to find. I can't just, go to any game store and buy all these boxes. You have to basically acquire them over time. You have to get lucky. And usually, you only get one or two here or there. So, I go out of my way to make sure we add those to the collection. We can get cartridges later, like I said. But that's why I have so many filler titles, is because I didn't already have them. Now that I have them, if they come in again, obviously I'm not going to hold on to them. But that's why there's so many here. They're supposed to go on that wall right there, on that side wall. They're not going to fit. I can probably fit maybe 5 more games up there. So I'm going to have to add some more shelves down below there, because the shelves end right there where the glass case is, but it's going to have to go down even farther. Or I'm going to have to move them somewhere else in the room, which is probably not possible. Alright, let's move on to the last bit of games here. These are the original DS. These are basically all really good and hard to find pricey titles, so I'm saving one for last, but other than that, they're not going to be in any particular order. So we have Spectral Force Genesis, Etrian Odyssey 2, Heroes of Lagarde, Rondo of Swords, and you know what? When I'm looking at these in the camera, they all look kind of sun-faded, but they're not. I've got the 2 lights back there that are shining directly on it, so maybe that has something to do with it, but trust me, they're not sun-faded. Digimon World Dusk, Digimon World DS, we have Izuna 1 and 2, Luminous Arc 2, this is the soundtrack bundle. Dragon Ball Z Supersonic Warriors 2. Lost in Blue 2. Dragon Quest Monsters Joker. Okay, this one's not special. Disney Princesses Enchanting Storybooks, it's just a sealed copy. Dragon Ball Z Harakanaru Densetsu. Probably butchering that. Digimon World Dawn. This is a really weird looking one. Flower, Sun, and Rain, Murder and Mystery in Paradise. And the last one, Solatorobo Red the Hunter soundtrack bundle. Very rare DS game. Super awesome to get that. And that is it for this one. I know this was a super, super long video. So thank you guys to anyone who watched all the way through. And we're going to have a question or a keyword for you guys to put in the comments. If you put this word in the comments, I'll know that you watched all the way through. And that word is going to be tag. T-A-G, tag. So put that in your comment and I'll know that you're a true peep and you made it all the way through to the end of the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I am now going to try to put all this stuff away. I'm going to struggle a lot and I'm going to try to finish the game room this weekend. So, what that means is hopefully there's a room tour coming very soon. I still need one more TV, but other than that, I have everything else I need. Just got to clean it up, get the rest of the shelves cut, put everything away, and film that room tour. So thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one.